PK.
So yeah, sorry for being a little bit late this week, but unfortunately I had to look after a small infant. But we're here now. So then, Dungeon Master Devillo, would you like to tell us a story?
I absolutely would. Last time, the party were wandering through the caverns deep under the city of Cuzzel Grim. You have finally tracked down the last place that you saw Chemise, the Lady of Salt, the bitch lich, if you will. And she left something behind for you, apparently. A horrific underdark entity, some bizarre tentacled aberration that also dropped one of those weird little amber gems, similar to the others that have you've been picking up throughout your adventures here in the Underdark. You also kind of crossed paths with a very bizarre goblin woman, Cuttlemuck the Intelligent, who didn't last very long out of combat. Seedy was able to get rid of her fairly easily, helping release the three remaining slaves, who have actually, since we last left off, they've introduced themselves to you. We won't go through a whole thing, but basically, they were remain. Basically, they were a bunch of bandits that were working under Natrix, the former owner of this cavern, who they haven't seen for a while. Apparently, she disappeared, and since they were taken over by this weird Cuttlemuck creature, all their friends seem to have disappeared. So they are planning on making their way back to the surface. But before they did, they wanted to show their appreciation for being released from enslavement from this insane creature. Now, just as the episode was ending, Skullface did look like he was about to basically take off Cuttlemuck's head, and Dot did seem to want to step in. But while you lot were focused on that, these three hobgoblins basically ripped her off the chair, and she's not coming back from what they have just done to her. So that has been taken care of. So, since you have all survived an abomination from Lady Chemise, each and every one of you is now level 6. And given that there are enough of you to, protect this small area over here, I will say, for the sake of arguments, you are all going to be able to take a long rest and regain your full maximum hit points. So, while all that is going on, before we get into the next part of the session, is there anything else that anyone wishes to do beforehand?
Skullface, as we discussed, could try to decapitate this little goblin and basically burn her head in the fire.
Yeah, as I said, before you could get close to her, she is now in pieces, and yeet. Yeah, the hobgoblins have basically just tossed her in to the, there's still burning, by the way, remains of the Watcher. This weird blobby entity apparently seems to... It stinks, but it does burn for a while. So hopefully that's not going to attract any other predators here in the Underdark.
Now, see, why did you have to phrase it like that?
Because I'm a bastard.
Husband.
Yes, my love.
Frux has the grey screen again.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Also, my level is not 6; it's still 5.
Oh, okay. What we can do then? Okay, so allow me one moment. Yeah, we could have been doing this earlier. So I am going to type number 6 here. You are aware of the 4 elementals. So you now have your unarmored defenses changed, and you now have a new ability called Key Empowered Strikes. I don't believe anything else needs to change with your sheet. But yeah,
I already added the new feat I got.
Yeah, the key empowered strikes. At 6th level, your unarmed strikes count as magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magic attacks and damage.
I also got a water whip.
A water whip as well. Nice. Whereabouts is... Ah, yes, I see it. Spend 2 key points as an action to create a whip of water. Nice, nice, nice. And Seedy as well, while you were working on setting up your sheet, I think I've already leveled you up. The only thing that we needed from you, because you now have expertise, you can choose 2 of your proficiencies in skills or with thieves' tools to... basically you get double your proficiency bonus. Yeah, because your expertise has gone up. So basically, you can go through your skills and you can click next to them, the little tick to switch that to expertise, like you have with, sleight of hand and deception. So, are you back in the game now? Yes, dear.
The food. Sorry, food's almost here, so I'm gonna go get it real quick. So I'll just take your time and do what you need.
Not a problem. Roll initiative. I'm joking. I'm not that much of a bastard.
Well,
But
yeah,
yes,
she lives
so
in the same house as you.
yes, she can. Yeah, she can do whatever she wants to me, and I can't do anything because she's smaller than me. Yeah.
I can add proficiency, you say?
Yes, my dear. So I believe the way it works is you see on your character sheet with the various skills you have, anything that you are proficient in with a little tick, you can take 2 of those and you can now make them... you can basically add your expertise, which means you have double proficiency.
Oh, so basically just click on the tick again to add another tick? I
believe so, yes. If that deletes your entire character sheet and wipes your hard drive, I do apologize.
I'm gonna add them on to... I don't know how I actually... Oh, there we go.
You've got to mention Chemise in drinking water.
Do I add another one?
You get 2. You get to do that to 2 skills at your level.
Okay,
So.
Woohoo!
So, the group fairly... It's a bit of a wary energy between you and these 3 admittedly shifty individuals. I'm assuming nobody's going to let slip the fact that they murdered their boss or anything while you guys are having this comfortable rest.
I mean, I'm guessing they're not aware that their boss was a goblin-eating demon.
Do you ask?
Oh, is Seedy aware that?
You were part of the group as they were.
No, I mean, am I aware that these guys were working for Natrix?
They basically say, yeah. It's like I summarized, but they explained that they are part of the Dredge cartel. This was their mine. They were investigating something when they were basically snatched by a horde of brainwashed cultists for that weird little goblin creature, and they've basically been stuck for a month.
We'll tell them Matrix was a bar, I guess.
Oh, thank you.
Roll me, just for the fun of it, roll me a persuasion. I won't say disadvantage because you are a goblin. And you are telling the truth.
5.
They don't really seem to be buying it. The energy does seem a little more tense. They can't really go anywhere, and they don't look like they're in the mood to try and take you guys on. But yeah, they're not exactly sure of you. But actually, I would say, because of Graz, would you please roll me a persuasion check for Graz as well, Jurnis?
I'm trying, but there's a cat trying to steal my food. Fuck off. Hang on. Okay, persuasion.
Yeah, they do that.
There we are.
13. Okay. Eventually, they still seem a little bit suspicious and all that, but they sort of settle down a little bit. I would say this. Since after a while, they are going to hand over, and I'm going to put this in Graz's sheet. Before they, separate and, head on their own way, they're going to give Graz 2 greater healing potions and 1 potion of heroism and 1 potion of superior healing as an appreciation, because as much as they don't exactly trust you guys, they know what bar guests are, and yeah, the fact that they spend their time working for one, you can tell they're probably going to they're not going to report back to the dredgers. They're likely going to go freelance for a bit. So those items are going to be in Graz's inventory.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I would say this as well. The female hobgoblin, the one who was really badly injured, her and Graz have a bit of a conversation, and I would say she's going to drop a little bit of that into her inventory as well, as Graz trades for a few items. So.
What's she trading?
She has, so basically in her inventory, Graz now has some interesting recreational substances to help with stress. Basically, because yeah, pretty much. So yeah, because she traded some with the hobgoblin because she was feeling a bit injured. But anyway. Every single one of you now has a long rest. I would say long rest is about 6 hours, yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd say it's now 5 in the afternoon.
It's 6 hours of sleep with no more than 2 hours of light activity.
Mm-hmm.
It could be 8 hours in total. Honestly, I swear to fuck if you don't get your paw away from my dinner. I have given you a chicken drumstick.
But mother, I require more.
Meow, mother. Meow.
Meow.
That's literally what she's doing.
By touchy? No touchy. By touchy little.
Oh yeah, I'll also give Vorp his long rest.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that Jurnis reappears with Vorp so he doesn't just mysteriously disappear in the dead of night.
Yeah,
he
no.
told Tahu that if something goes wrong, she's killed me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes,
yeah, I would assume that Vorp is okay with... Actually, the plan was Vorp is probably going to hang around here for a little while. He's waiting for somebody else, and he gives Jurnis a bit of a look. But he basically says, "Yeah, I led you this far. You know, the deal was fine, but You're a little bit too crazy for my blood. I'm just gonna chill out here for a little bit. Best of luck. Just makes himself comfy on the bed and waits.
Don't worry, everyone. He's told me what he knows.
Speaking of Jurnis, I should have actually picked this up earlier. However, Jurnis, you have made a deal with this individual.
I have.
A binding deal. And the deal was for you to know everything that he knows about the Underdark. So, while you are focused on this particular bargain, you know everything that he does in terms of the various locations that he had mapped away. So that little thing that you have in your Discord, you now know how all those locations connect to each other. You also have advantage on any survival checks or intelligence checks in regards to exploring the Underdark.
Excellent.
So, now that the party is all rested and people are starting to make their separate ways,
You can sit on the plit all you want. There's no more space.
oh,
Okay,
but yeah,
I have to find that Jeff now. Continue.
yes. I don't blame you.
But mother, I am the tasty dish.
So yes,
She licked the plit and then just sat on it and stared at me as if to say, "Where's the rest?"
so I will say this: the group. What are you guys planning on doing? Because you finally found yourselves where you last left off Natrix. She basically went down this corridor here, and it was somewhere down here where poor Icrius got paralyzed for a little while. Dog wants to sniff? Okay. Then I would like a investigation check from the dog, if you'd be so kind. I would say it's an advantage because you're using smell. A 10? Yeah, there's a lot of weird smells in here. That, for example, the burning rubbery smell coming from... It is literally like burnt rubber, by the way. It is pretty nasty. Coming from that creature is pretty bad. I would say you guys would all need to get further... Yeah, I would say you need to get further down down this particular passage.
Is it still burning after 6 hours?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Not as brightly, but yeah, it is. It is. I would say the area's getting a teeny weeny bit thin in here as well.
Yeah, I think we should get out of here.
Everyone give me a constitution saving throw. I'm joking. Can you imagine?
It would have made so much sense though.
Oh, it would, but no, I'm not that cruel yet. So, I would say this, for the sake of argument, because I don't have a map set up for that particular corridor. You head down around 100 feet or so down this passageway through various turns and over rock. Fairly familiar, you've been down this way a couple of times now. And you eventually see a black smear across the floor. Which, oh no.
He has joined.
Oh, we have a D as well?
Listening in.
Yay.
He's here.
Very good, very good. I'm sorry, Doc. We'll get to that in a second, but yeah, you sniff around like the black smear that used to be Natrix, and you look around and you're trying to figure out the location where yes, trying to figure out where it was exactly that you last saw Icarus, or rather, you discovered Icarus paralyzed. Does anyone want to give me a history check to help Dog out?
Sure, I can do this.
Cool face well.
Oh, no, give one
16 will be enough. 16's enough.
Never mind.
Yeah, you eventually you lead Dog over to one particular patch. Basically, the way this tunnel was lined up, there was a small alcove where the Icarus was propped up in, where technically, at one point, if memory serves, you guys actually walked past him, but you couldn't see the poor guy.
I remember that.
Yeah, but that is basically the spot where he was. As you're looking around, you notice the floor. It's hard rock for the most part, uneven and reasonably smooth. But you also notice a fine mist of sand in that section. Okay. I will say this, if not investigation, give me a survival check. Much better. 10 is enough. So you notice Dog sniff the sand, wag his tail, and start heading down the passageway. He gets a couple of feet, and then he starts walking across the wall. And then the ceiling.
That's not the usual. That's not normal.
I will say this: you do remember. You probably would remember Dog having his little booties from Glorf.
Oh.
They are adorable, aren't they?
I forgot you had those.
Booty time.
So, I'm assuming everybody is following the Dog into the night.
Best I can.
Okay.
Wait, there's something I wanted to do. Hold on.
Yes.
Alright, so I want to. Do I have am I still continuing? Is he still continuing down the ceiling?
You may do whatever you wish. I was just setting it up for you.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry, I got excited.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can say whatever you want to say.
No, you go first.
I did. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. I will. Everyone's following.
They're trying to, but it's like the way this particular passage is curving up. The ceiling is starting to curve higher and higher up, and they all seem to be getting stuck down below.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Dog has been paying attention to his new friends. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say Dog comes down, he kind of sees them lagging behind or lagging under, I guess, and he runs back down, and he's actually gonna run up to Aang because he has seen Aang do the cool spider climbies, and he's gonna bark at Aang and kind of run to the wall and then look back at him and bark, trying to get him to follow him.
We'll do that. Follow.
Okay. Between the two of you, you're able, and I would say Aang has, some light source, so you're able to follow fairly easily. You guys have no problems making your way through the next passage. However, the rest of you, I'm going to need climbing checks from everybody as you try and make your way through this section.
Climbing checks.
Yeah, that's athletics.
I guess it can't be acrobatics or.
If you
Poor
want
Seedy.
to be very extra, I'll allow acrobatics.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Do some fancy rogue shit.
Jurnis pauses and takes a swig from her flask before attempting.
I'm also going to say I'm going to be kind, and if you're using the climbing gear that you have,
Yeah, Skullface will be using the climbing
we'll
gear.
say with advantage.
Oh, good. Thank God for Grass having climbing gear there.
Hmm.
It's like, Tahu, you're a Kenku, not an Arrocakkra. You can't fly.
Flying doesn't help.
I can dream, Harold.
I'm still trying.
You shouldn't say that to a Kenku. They're very touchy about that subject.
They remember. But yeah, you all make it through for the most part. I would say both Graz and Dot kind of stumble a little bit at some points, but they're able to help each other out all right. They don't have a continual... they basically don't have a repeat of what happened in the lake. Jurnis. And eventually, you are going to find yourselves in this particular location. So let me just load up the next map. The area you find yourself in, it's less of a cavern, more of a tunnel that arcs up and down, filled with stalactites and stalagmites that make the entire cavern a little bit difficult to navigate.
Considering what we just encountered, Seedie's very cautious of stalagmites and stalactites now, and she's going to roll perception or investigation. Which one would it be?
I will allow either in this regard.
Oh.
I've also realised I've had the theme song playing for about an hour, so let's.
Yeah, Sarascape's not playing anything.
Oh, that's
It
odd.
was for me.
It should be playing something a little different now.
Oh, it's like a really light ambient.
Mm-hmm.
Dog's getting very excited.
He's on the trail.
Good
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not enough, because the whole point is to be camouflage.
What's that, dog? An Eldritch Terror down the next path? Let's go!
But yeah, 15.
Little Timmy's an Eldrator?
I knew it! Oh, yes. At 15, I would say you hear the slight dripping of moisture, the slight underdark breeze, the slightly close heat, but you don't hear any kind of movement other than what's coming from your group.
Well, they could
You
just be
think
moving
you
very
can
slow.
feel
They could just be standing very still.
Yeah, it's possible.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Not a problem. Well, yes, as you make your way through, I would say who... Let me just check your stats. Who is the person... Who is the
I was gonna say I'm stuck at 92%. So.
Oh, is it still loading? It's
Yeah.
only a JPEG. That's weird.
Yeah, it was stuck at 98% for me earlier.
Why, look, I know what a fucking JPEG is.
See the one where he just degrades throughout the video.
Well, I would say this then. Because it's fun, who have I not tormented for a while? Seedy! Since you've put in all this time and effort into looking around, I would like a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom? Oh, okay.
Wisdom saving throw.
You're just picking at someone at random to torture, are you?
Yeah!
Alright.
Welcome to D&D.
Say saving throw, yeah?
Yes, please, dear. Oh, okay. So, as you're making your way through, you're looking around, and it's like the stalactites and stalagmites. There's a weird texture to the floor. It's like the pale stone is pushing through pools of obsidian, cooled lava, and black glass. It's a very strange environment, and you get this feeling almost of being crushed. Everything is just crushing you down like teeth tearing into you slowly and slowly over time. It is
Go
pervasive.
try reconnecting.
Okay, dude. It is pervasive. It is uncomfortable, and you want to get out of here as quick as possible.
Can I move?
You can move, yes. Everything, there is nothing really stopping you. It is just everything around here is kind of difficult terrain. There isn't really a flat surface. It just takes you a minute or two for you all to make your way through there. I will say, because you're trying, I'm assuming you're trying to rush out of here, give me a dexterity check to avoid injuring yourself as you do so.
Come on, I'm good at this.
Yeah, so just a dexterity check, please, my dear. There,
Yay.
you are fine. It's like, out.
Nope.
Yeah. I would say this as well. As you're heading on, this particular cavern, there are several exits out of here. There is one to the north, and then one to the east. You notice that Dog is actually Dog. If you Dog and Ang, since you are the two leading the investigation, I would like you both to give me investigation checks, please. In fact, I might have to roll for Dog because we have many deliveries today.
Oh my.
Yes, we are super popular. Yeah, let me just open up Dog's character sheet. And oh, by the way, everyone should be able to pop out their sheets now.
Huzzah!
Yep. And wait for it to all load again.
Oh, I'm sorry, my dude. But yeah, this is mainly just Dog and Ang at the moment. So let's make that a Wow, -4 investigation. Okay. If I can get either survival or investigation from Ang, please. I'm a dog. I see.
All right, what?
Sorry, dude. Yeah, I just need either an investigation or a survival check, whichever one's bigger. Because you and Dog are figuring out which path Chemise has been taking.
What's bigger depends on the dice. And the dice say, fuck you.
I would say since Dog's helping you, then 19 will do. After a while, you notice a small patch of sand towards the western exit.
I will direct everyone that way.
As you do so, Seedy is just like almost shoves past you, like nope. Not sure what her problem is, but
I don't either.
yeah, weird.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I can't see anything. Just a black screen.
Well, we'll head to the next section and we'll see what happens. So, as you are heading down this particular passageway, it bends around. There's a bit of a shortfall with a ravine that you would need to jump over. For this one, as before, it's going to be an athletics check with advantage because you are using equipment.
How far is it?
I would say it's just a 5-foot gap, so you might not need to jump it.
Flutter.
Flutter. Yeah. You get over there with ease and style.
Sure. suppose I'll be ready to help catch anyone, just in case.
In that case, I would say you're rolling with advantage, and you also get a +2 to your roll.
Come on, don't fuck this up like I do.
Skullface makes it, no problem. Ang and Dog don't need to roll because of their spider climb. So athletics and or acrobatics. Graz is fine. We're still waiting on a Tahu.
For what roll?
Oh, athletics or acrobatics. Basically, you're trying to jump across.
Failed the first one. I was a 7. I failed, right?
Oh, I'm.
Oh no, that was for the first.
Oh, for the we're gonna do another one.
Yeah. That's what I say. Basically, as you guys are heading through here, it's going to be there's climbing checks every time because you're going up and down and all the shit. Yeah, you're fine.
Where am I going, by the way?
I don't see my character or anything.
Oh no, yeah, this is all theatre of the mind right now. These sections are theatre of the mind. When we get to a combat encounter, then you will see a map. Okay. Because again, this is technically part of the point crawl that's going on.
And as the observer outside of all this, I'm going to point out that Devillo said, when?
Yes, I did. So, everyone makes it fairly easily, and after a moment or two, after a couple of minutes rather, you head into the next cavern, and that is going to be let me bring up the description, and let me bring up the artwork for it. Okay, so this particular cavern that you find yourself in, it's a fairly small one. The sides of this large open cavern glisten and sparkle slightly like glitter. It's almost iridescent. As you look down, you hear a slight crunch, almost a shale sound, as brightly coloured stones and glass have been ground into a sludgy sand near the bottom. As you look around, you see the beginnings of webbing. And as you look up, it's almost like a large diamond-shaped tube. You can walk around the outside area fairly easily. However, as you look up, you see masses and masses of webbing. From this location, there are 3 separate branching points. There is one to the north, there is one to the west, and there is one to the south. I would like stealth checks from everybody in this area.
So we're over here, yeah?
Yes, I will actually put some tokens on the map if you give me uno momento.
Oh, I hate to see a dog.
Somebody
Roll that
level
1
dog.
and that 20.
I will say this is going to be a group stealth check because I'm kind.
And Jurnis, Jesus.
The dice hate Jurnis.
You nat 1 in the group? Fucked.
Oh dear. Well, okay. So
As muzzles Jurnis, Tahu muzzles dog.
Jurnis accidentally steps on dog's tail.
I would say, yeah, that's what happens, and there is a very, very loud yelp heard throughout the.
How is Specky nearly dead? What happened?
Hey, I am here?
You edited everybody's HP, but you never gave the potato a long rest.
Okay. The potato got a long rest.
Hey, it's got 203 HP.
He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. So, for
Sorry, Pop.
clarification...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh.
Yeah. So, I'll allow you guys to position yourselves however you want around here on the edge. I would say you are actually able to get through the middle. It's just going to be difficult terrain. And let me just get these guys from the other map. 1 moment, please. As you hear a slight skittering and movement from above you. Is it this one?
Coolface has already drawn Letitia.
Very wise. Yeah. Now we'll just do it this way because it's going to be easier. So, starting to come out from various crevices and corners around you are several very large and somewhat hungry looking spiders. I would like, if you bear with me a moment, let's get you guys done that. Boop. Boop.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
God, that's loud. Need to turn that down.
Yeah. Give me a second.
No, I did.
Ah, okay.
I do.
Bug.
There we go. And let's say those three are going to start scuttling down the wall towards you. And oh, there's 2 Speckies. Let's
You'll never take
do
Specky
this.
alive.
No. And I'm just going to mass roll everyone's initiative if that's okay. Save a little bit of time. And we will begin with Dog. What would you like to do, boy?
Shit. Okay.
It's all up to you, Doc. All the pressure is on you right now for the first move.
No, it'll set the tone.
Also, Ang, did you not take a long rest?
I did.
Yeah, he's at full hit points.
It says half here.
Does it?
No, I'm,
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it's still
full.
injured.
He's injured on my screen.
Could be that your their Foundry isn't updating properly. I had that issue last week with Specky.
Oh.
Very odd.
Damn it, I had the same initiative I had last week.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry, Mildred.
So, Dog, what are you going to do?
So, remind me, are these things are on the ceiling in front of us, or they're on the ground?
I would say they're about one layer up, and they're coming down. So they're about 5 feet above you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Empowered by Jurnis's apologies and ear scritches, he will leap forward and bite the thingy.
Okay, roll me a bite attack.
Okay, I can't wait for this sec.
Oh, we're fighting those. I know what those models are.
Hmm.
I morphed into that plenty of times as a druid.
A 12 will not hit.
I
Anything
bounce
else
off of it. I'm gonna do the toot.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, you basically do a toot, and this little fella is going to get a disadvantage. So I would say, let's just say that's, yeah. He is stunned by your potency. Skullface, what would you like to do?
He just levels Letitia and fires.
At who?
The spider.
There are 3 of them.
I'll say the nearest one.
Okay. Oh yeah, is your screen not loaded, dude?
Yeah, I can only see one.
Oh, okay.
Can't see the other 2.
No problem.
I suspect it's dark vision.
Okay, so this one over here you're firing at.
Yeah,
roll
0.
me an attack, please.
Okay, 2 shots. So 1. That's the 2.
They will both hit. Roll me damage for both of them, please.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 6. God damn it. And an 8.
Okay, yeah, you do full damage to both of them. They do not look happy.
And that's all you can do.
Okay. Next up is going to be Dot. I think Dot. I love that. So I would say she is going to use her prod, her light crossbow. She's going to take a shot at this gentleman here. 15 hits, so she'll do that amount of damage to it. Next up is going to be Jurnis with Gil on deck. What would you like to do, Jurnis?
She doesn't like that Dog is very close to these nasty things. So, she is going to Eldritch Blast, the one next to Dog. So I get 2 rolls.
I would say the first one hits, the second unfortunately does not.
Okay.
5 force damage, okay.
And bonus action, she is going to give the Bardic Inspiration to Tahu.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we'll do that little plus symbol. Okay.
Go fuck it up.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay, Gil. It is your turn with Tahu on deck.
I love that little noise.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot my longbow at, or shoot an arrow with my longbow at the spider that's by Dog.
Yes.
Do it.
That will hit. Roll me the damage, please.
Yes.
Okay, thunk. Yeah.
I do another one.
You can indeed, yes.
Hey.
18 hits. Okay, yeah. You are doing some damage to these guys.
Finally.
Next up is going to be Mr. Tahu.
Yeah. What's the range of these guys for me?
Let me get the ruler for you. There you go.
Well, I can see this one, and he's in range.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, hey, shit, it popped out, right? I forgot about that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let me just see. So, which one are you firing at, by the way?
This one over here on the left.
The one on the left. Okay.
Yes.
Miss, hit. So, the damage to that was... Oh, that was 6. So, yeah, this one on the left is looking kind of twitchy and panicky. Is there anything else you can do?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Well, I guess I could move. What's actual playable space? Is just the rocks?
Basically, just the. I mean, you can walk onto this shell here. There's this, basically, the really dark stuff in the middle. It's soft, slippery, and sludgy, so it's difficult terrain. Just think of it as the swamp from Dark Souls.
That good?
Yeah, that's good.
Poisonous?
Not that you're aware of. Next up is going to be this guy, and I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw for him. Nope. He is going to scuttle away. He does not want anything to do with this shit. Next up is going to be his friend. And his friend is going to take a bite out of the little doggy. So, I'm assuming a 6 doesn't hit, dog.
Oh, sorry. Nope.
Yeah. So he is going to use his movement to scuttle up a further 15 feet, meaning Dog does get an attack of opportunity as he's scuttling away. So if you want to roll a bite attack,
yeah,
that is actually going to hit. Roll some damage.
Yay!
Oh wow. I will. Yeah. He is. You basically see this spider as it's scuttling away, and Dog just leaps up, starts ripping its leg off, and it just curls up, dead.
Yeah!
Dog gets first blood. Next up is going to be Seedie's turn.
Hello. Did I just hear a meow?
You did.
Alrighty. Who to go for? Oh, that thing's dead. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one's dead.
Well, he is going to whip out her short bow and make a shot at this phased spider.
Okay. Roll me an attack, please.
I will. Let's say. There we go.
18 hits. 7 piercing damage. Okay. Anything else?
No, she's gonna stay put for now.
Right. Do you only have the one attack?
Hmm?
Do you only have the one attack?
Yeah, the only reason I can hit twice with the rapier is because I'm dual wielding.
Oh, okay. Not a problem. Now then, next up is going to be Ang with Graz on deck.
Unless it's throwing anything a bonus action.
I will allow you to throw something as your bonus action. If you've not already taken a second attack.
Well, she's going to throw a dagger. So, do I just roll for damage for that?
Yeah, well, just roll me an attack with your dagger. 16 will hit, so let's see the damage for that. 8 piercing. Okay, not bad. Next up is going to be Ang with Graz on deck.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna punch it.
Okay, punch the fucker. Punch the big scary spider. 13 is just going to hit. Roll with some damage. 5 bludgeoning.
And
Okay.
then I'm gonna punch it again.
Yeah, 18 hits.
I'm gonna punch you.
I'm going to punch it. I'm going to punch it. I'm going to punch it. Yeah, you are punching a spider. It is looking pretty hurt. It does not look happy. It is kind of annoyed at you. Is there anything else you want to do?
Okay, I forget. A monk can do 2 regular unarmed strikes and then an unarmed bonus strike, right?
Yep.
I
Level 6?
believe so.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can do 3 unarmed strikes without using your flurry of blows.
Mm. Okay.
Oh yeah, sure. Now you do some decent damage.
Yeah. These poor willowed spiders, they're not having a good day. Graz. What would Graz like to do to probably put this poor bastard
Hang
out of
on.
his
Can I
misery?
just clarify one thing, Icy? What stat is your damage for on your unarmed strike? Because
Oh, shit.
if you rolled a nat 6, yeah, you should be doing 1d6 of damage now with your attacks. So you should really be 1d6 plus your dex.
Let's see. My dex is +3. Right.
So I think at this level you should have d6 as your martial arts dice.
Yeah, my dex is +3. Well,
Yeah.
I'm using the sheet here. So
If anybody
I'll
wants to do a bit
I'll
of...
look into it. Just take those numbers for now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. But yeah, it is Graz's turn. What would she like to do?
Oh. Yeah, I see. You should have been doing 1d6 plus your dex from 5th level.
Oh wow. Okay, we can fix that. We can fix that after this combat.
She's gonna shoot the fucker twice.
Yeah. Yes, she is. You know what? I'm not. I just want to more fucking hell. It's on 1 hit point. So, how does Graz want to do this? Vicious slaughter of an innocent creature defending its home.
First
hey,
arrow through one of the eyes, and as it screams, a second just straight down the back of the neck. Just down
Now, hey, they attacked us first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down a wall at us.
Yeah.
We were just passing through, minding our business. They were the
Everybody?
ones that attacked.
Repeat after me. It was coming right for us.
It was coming right for us. Okay, well done there. Okay, that was nice and simple. So.
Seedie's just going to retrieve her dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And arrow.
Yes. Since you only used 1 arrow, just roll me a d20 to see if you actually do claim it.
Okay. D20.
Yeah, you get it back, no problem. Okay, so nobody injured, nobody's expelled too much damage, and Dog gets plenty of apology scritches. Before we continue on, Icy, were you able to edit your character sheet, or did you need me as the DM to do that for you?
I think I might need you. Let me reload it here because I had it in pop out.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, your unarmed strike has been set for a regular character, not a monk. Monks get 1d4 plus either dex or strength. Usually dex.
The Ang should have been hitting a lot harder than.
Yeah, he should have been hitting 1d6 plus dex.
Okay, so for the unarmed strike, let's see.
That was a texture magical as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I got. Let's see. Usage up an attack. Yeah, it's set to 1d4 plus mod.
Right, it should be set to 1d6.
Okay. D6 plus modifier. Okay.
I love the fact that out of the 3 main monks in this group, I'm the one who's played it the least, I'm the one who knows it inside out, more or less.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, you've got more experience playing it as a monk from my game.
Not quite. I'd say you've got a bit more.
Okay. And let me do a test roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we roll the damage. Yeah, 1d6 plus 3. Excellent.
Excellent.
Okay. Good spotted. Well spotted, that man. All right, so as you guys are sort of recovering from that little surprise, I would say every now and then you do hear a little way further up there as something tries very hard to bury itself deeper into its nest and to leave you alone.
Oh god
I
damn it,
would
this is one of the
like-
ideas I gave you.
Skullface is going to stare up to try and discern what's up there.
To clarify, one of them got away.
Ah.
One of them was like, nope, and scuttled up and is trying to avoid you.
Jurnis is gonna have a look around, see if there's anything notable in the webs. Never mind. She's too busy playing with dog.
Yeah,
Grass is
there's.
gonna do the same thing though.
I suppose I say well too, or well.
Sure.
Skullface is just going to reload Letitia with the 2 rounds.
I would say this as you're looking through, like the silt and the sand and the sludge. You rewind a bit and you realize, wait, sand. And you see more examples of the after effects of Chemise's ability. You also see the partially eaten and partially obscured remains of another spider. That chances, I would say this with the nat 20 that Ang got, you can kind of reverse engineer the scenario, and it looks like this creature was probably killed by Chemise in some way. So she did come through here, and judging from where it is, it looks like she went through the northern passage. So, you tell the group that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, unless there's, I would say this as well with Graz as well with her 20. I would say there's not really much here to see. There isn't really any loot off the dead spiders, I'm afraid. But the silt, if you as she picks it up and she runs it through her fingers, every now and then you do see the sparkling, almost like it's a gemstone. Now with a 20, I would say that after a minute or two, Graz does actually find a gemstone that hasn't been crushed into powder that's in here.
Ooh, fun. What kind of gemstone?
The kind that is going to be put in your inventory when I have a spare moment.
Speaking of, I'm going to add something to Jurnis's inventory because I forgot to a while ago. Let's just say during the long rest she discovered what Skullface slipped into her pocket.
Okay, yes.
So
Not
I'm
a
just gonna add
problem.
that.
Not a problem. So, you all make your way through the North Passage, following the trail of Chemise. And this is a fairly long one. We've not done it for a while. I did want to ask everybody, do you have the notes that you made in regards to your supplies? You know, how we were rolling the d6?
Where we still got about 15 supplies for each of us.
To be fair, some of you did roll a couple of ones the last time we rolled it. It is a rule that we kind of lost track of, so for the sake of argument, I am actually going to say we don't need to worry about it.
I forgot about
Hey,
it.
Isaac, could you mute yourself when you're not talking? The face is being picked up a lot.
Thank you. But yes, so as you guys are heading through this next section, you start to hear a slight rushing of water, and the path that you're coming down becomes more and more damp as the The passageway sort of angles up and around, almost like a corkscrew. It gets to the point where you're starting to, almost like you're trying to climb up a slide. I would like a strength check from everybody, aside from Ang and Dog.
Just to clarify, Skullface has been leaving pitons to guide the second party following us.
Thank you for that distinction. Okay.
Strength is what Jurnis is great at.
Yeah.
I'd say
That's gonna
Skullface will try and help Gil.
Yeah, I would say that is a fail from Gil. Success from Graz. Let's see. And I keep forgetting to roll for her. Let's get a strength check from Dot. Yeah, Dot's doing good. Okay. So everybody but Gil is doing well. At one point, your little Veryl friend, she gets about halfway up a particularly steep incline, and then she starts slipping down.
Skullface is going to try and grab her arm.
Yeah, you're able to do that, no problem. The two of you do start skidding down a little bit. I need a second strength check from both of you, please. So this is both Gil and Skullface. Okay, fair enough. You're both able to sort of brace yourself against the slippery wall, and it's a little bit awkward, but you're able to sort of halt your descent before you slam into Dot. We almost had a stare incident. But yeah, that's a callback for anyone who played our Waterdeep game.
Yep.
Well, eventually, you start to follow the trail of water as it gets louder and louder and louder until you find yourselves in the middle of, the only way to describe it is a gigantic waterfall. There is just torrents and torrents of water pouring down in front of you. As you step out of the cavern passageway that you've been walking through, you see there's a slight ledge before it just drops off into a black abyss ahead of you. You realize after a moment that there is actually light in this room, unlike the other places you've been in. As you look up, in the distance, about 500 feet, you see a ray of light from the top. Looks like a way to the surface.
Seedie's going to drop a stone into the abyss.
Okay. Give me, I would say, perception check with disadvantage, given how loud the water is.
That makes sense. Perception with disadvantage.
And what was that?
I rolled a 16 with because of the disadvantage.
Okay. I would say you lose track after about 100, 200 feet. It just keeps going and going and going. You have no idea how deep this is.
Can Skullface try and figure out where this hole to the surface might be relative on the surface?
I would say yes. Skullface is one of the few people qualified to answer this. Give me a history check with advantage, Mr. Greenstride.
With advantage?
10. You appear to be somewhere near a large body of water. The only body of water you can think of is Dankmire Lake, which is next to Grimscar. And you do know that there is a hole where a waterfall that people throw most of their crap down, or where public executions happen. I would say, even with a 10, you put 2 and 2 together and realize that you are in Dank Throat. The trash pile of Grimscar.
Well, good news, everyone. We're in the city dump.
Oh, delightful.
It also stinks down here, like a sewer would. So, as you guys are looking around, you see the surface is wet, it is slick, it is sheer for the most part, but every now and then there are certain, there are rocks and stones, outcroppings that you could theoretically land on if you were to jump correctly. It would probably be a lot safer, though, if you were to use your pittance and climbing gear and to spend a little bit of time basically climbing across the outer edge of this tube.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, before you do that, though, I would like you all to give me a investigation check to figure out in what direction you are headed.
Oh no.
That's not bad. Okay. So, Jurnis and Graz, they at the same time they're looking through the middle of this waterfall, and I would say about 150 feet down through the water, they notice what looks to be a bit of a cave. A bit of a flat surface that's carved into the rock, and there appears to be what looks like the remains of a campfire.
Underwater or through the waterfall?
Through the waterfall. So again, the best way to describe it is this is a very long tube, and the water is pouring down the middle.
Right. Okay then.
And you need to figure out a way of scuttling across the inside surface. Yeah, so this is about...
for Jurnis to fly over now.
No, it's about 40... Well, it's about 40 feet across. You could try flying across, if you wanted. You would need to go through the water.
Yeah, I don't want to risk going through the water because Jurnis ain't that great at flying.
It's entirely up to you.
Normally I would suggest flying over, but I'm not sure I would trust the current of that waterfall. So I'm going to avoid it unless absolutely necessary. Because I've been having terrible luck.
How much rope do we have?
I have inventory.
I would say each of you should have a certain amount of rope in your inventory, except for that I believe one set of rope was destroyed in a misadventure recently.
When? Didn't lose.
I think it was Dots, although I'll be kind and say for the moment everybody's got the rope that they should have.
Jurnis bought like 4 extra ropes before she came down. They're not in her inventory.
They're not in your inventory now?
No.
Oh, yes. Yes, some of your inventory got wiped when I leveled you up because I just copy and pasted information from D&D Beyond, not realizing it wipes your inventory. So that's on me. So you do have the rope you thought you had.
So 50
that's wiped
feet.
all the potions I had too. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
if
how
you...
many I had.
I'm sorry about that. if you can remember, that's awesome. If not, we will address that as it happens.
Alright, okay.
It's your re-import from D&D Beyond.
It was me trying to save time and instead of messing things up, because that's my MO.
So 50 feet.
Yes.
How long would we need to jump?
The cavern that you are in is around 40 feet wide. It's basically a 40 feet wide, 40 feet long tube, and the height of it is unknown.
Go for more levels
We're-
and anchors
How
Naruto
far-
run across.
And how far down is that cave Jurnis spotted?
I'd say, I believe I said about 50. It was either 50 or 100 feet.
You could always tie 250 feet long ropes together.
Mm.
Trying to go. I forget. Are we trying to go down
Yeah.
or up? Okay.
Down.
They chose down. Was that the wrong answer? Too late now.
Really? A labyrinth reference?
Absolutely. So, in that case, I am going to need climbing checks from everybody. This is a straight roll because you have the right materials. However, the fact of the matter is this is wet, slippery rock, and you are basically trying to abseil and
So just
use...
roll a d20 then?
If you don't have any athletics or
Oh, you said straight roll, so I was like wondering.
I meant not with advantage.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the equipment cancels out the natural disadvantage.
So, you want athletics or acrobatics?
Whichever one you're more comfortable with. Actually, I will say this, Ang, you're fine. Both Ang and Dog are fine because of the spider climb. It's slippy, but you're still able to attach to the wall. So you could actually, I would say, if two people fail, Dog and Ang can help them.
Yes, ignore my double nat one there.
I will, because I'm being kind today. All right. I would say both Tahu and Skullface, you both have a little bit of difficulty, making purchase on the slippery rock. However, with Ang's help, you're able to eventually, it's like move your hand from there to there. You're able to basically get down there. I would say it's going to take you about, 2 hours, slowly making your way down. So everybody who is not using spider climb, I would like you to give me a Constitution saving throw. DC is 8. Yes.
And you're giving too much away. Telling us the DC we have to beat.
It gives me
suspense.
It gives me less to keep a track of.
And it lets us baste our
What was the
own
DC?
juices.
The DC is 8, so you two are fine. Constitution saving throw, please. Because you've been doing this for 2 hours. You are on a vertical surface, not looking down,
Wait, that's
trying not to fall for 2 hours.
Yes.
Oh dear. I think that's... So both Graz and Tahu, I'm going to be kind and say you do make it to this outcropping. However, both Graz and Tahu suffer a point of exhaustion.
Again?
Yes.
Bitch.
From the wet and the cold and the basically the muscle lock.
The worst part is I actually never removed my exhaustion number.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. You don't have to do a thing.
Well, the game knew.
It's like no, let's just get comfortable like this. Trust me.
We're used to this.
Also, as someone who has done, climbing and zip lining and all that shit, trust me, this is accurate.
I have an actual fear, I don't do vertigo very well.
Me neither, my friend. Me neither. I did it once, never again. But yeah, you eventually managed to find yourselves at this small outcropping. You're able to collect yourselves, get your breath back. Both Graz and Tahu kind of rubbing their arms, looking a little bit sore. Who would like to give me an investigation check for this abandoned campfire? 17, very good. As you look around, you can tell this wasn't just one person. They didn't leave bedrolls, but you can see enough space for a couple of people. I mean, there is enough space for the entire group here to reasonably, fit in. And as you're looking around before everyone starts piling in, you do notice marks in the floor that suggested at least 3, maybe 4 people were here. And as you're looking around near the corner, you notice a black feather.
Yeah, she's going to investigate that feather.
Okay. You pick it up, you turn it around. It does remind you of Sir Icrius.
Jurnis, does this look familiar to you?
Sorry, what? What have we found?
I found something kind of familiar. Possibly belonging to our avian friend.
Does Jurnis recognize it?
Investigation or history check with advantage, whichever is the highest.
Investigation or history investigation?
Yes. That is Sir Icrius' tail feather.
Yes, it looks like one of his feathers.
Then we're on the right track. Seed's gonna turn around and see if she can feel any warmth from the fire, from the remains of the fire.
Okay. I would say this: your hands are fairly cold because of the being stuck in the elements for nearly 2 hours. So, I would say you would notice any trace of warmth. Putting your hand through the ashes and everything, don't really feel anything. If this was lit, it was definitely lit. I'd say about 2 to 3 days ago.
The trail is quite literally cold. No heat from this. I'd say this camp was set up about 2 to 3 days ago. Maybe more, I cannot tell.
Man, he's not that far ahead of us then.
Well,
Could
he
be
got
worse.
this
We could have
far.
found his corpse.
How many days ago was it that Icrius left?
Now this is why I need to be making notes on a calendar.
I'd say 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, the party, basically we had the 4 days before you left. You left on day number 4, he left on day number 2. It has been 2 days since then, so maybe I amend my note to 4 days to go. In essence, this campfire was made the day that Icrius left you.
This must be his first stop then. Oh, at least we can say we're on the right track.
So, here's a stupid question. Has D&D
Yes.
Beyond removed the ability to make fully customized items from scratch?
You know what? I know that they've been in the process of changing a few things. They've removed they're removing support for Unearthed Arcana, which I
Boo.
am not happy
Boo.
about at all. But I do not know.
Because you can only customize items you add into the game,
Yeah.
but you used to be able to make just full-on straight customized stuff, which is annoying.
What I've been doing. Yeah, what I've been doing is I've been using a normal item as the baseline, and then I edit some of the details after the fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, apologies, my friend. But yeah, it does look like this is, the first time you've actually seen anything of Sir Icrius's trail. I will say this, as you're poking through the ruins, Ang, with your passive perception, you would notice another feather, half stuck in the fire. It's some in the ashes, and it is a white feather. So, what do you all wish to do? Do you wish to wait here for the start of a new day as the light, what little light is shining above, begins to fade out? Or do you want to try and press on to another location?
Roughly how long have we been traveling?
It is getting close to 8 o'clock in the evening. You did have that long rest in the afternoon after dealing with the scary abomination. So that
May I point out, Tahu is exhausted, and it would just hold us back if we press on with him in this condition.
So is Graz.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not exactly doing great, and I really, honestly, me and Heights, we're not the best of friends, and I really don't want to be trying that again right now, you know what I'm saying?
And then it's decided?
Sounds like it.
Oh. So,
does anyone know how we can get this fire going again?
oh, don't worry, I can take care of that. Dot is going to step forward. She's going to open up her easy bake oven, and she's going to do a little bit of tinkering before she eventually gets a nice fire started.
Thank you, Dot.
No problem.
We're gonna have some troubles without a fire with the cold breeze rushing in here from the waterfall.
So, for the sake of time, oh, sorry, my wife just brought in a little gerbil.
It's climbing on my shoulder as well.
Aw, very cute.
Gerbil.
Yes, little
I want
burbles.
to pet the gerbil.
Trust me, you don't. He's a bastard. He's very cute. He's an evil gerbil. But anyway, I would say you guys have a good long rest, another 6 hours. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I would say getting close to about 2 o'clock in the morning, you wake yourselves up. Is there anything anyone was planning on doing during this rest?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, as you all wake up, Graz and Graz and Frux. I'm sorry, I am having trouble wording at the moment. Graz and Tahu both lose their points of exhaustion because you actually took the time to, rest up a little bit. I need investigation checks from those who wish to try and figure out where to go from here. Now, Doc is currently petting a gerbil, so I don't know why I'm asking them anything. I will say this to the party. Does the party want to continue trying to track Chemise? Or now that we have a feather from Icrius, does the party want to try and track him?
I would hate to
I
say that
get
we
the
should.
feeling that if we follow Chemise, we're going to find our little friend anyway.
That's literally what I was going to say.
That is true.
Okay. So, I will say this, with Dog helping you lead the way, Ang, if you could give me an investigation or a survival check with advantage.
All right.
Yes.
Come on, dice, don't hate me.
19 is not terrible. Okay. So, it's still fairly dark because it's so early in the morning here, but as you're looking around, you do see a few little points of entry that you could go through. There's at least one to the north, a fair ways below you. There are two to the west. There's actually 2 points to the south. One of them you actually came through. The other one was actually hidden just below it. And there actually appears to be, as well as the, I would say there's also 2 areas you can see just above where you came in. So there are 2 paths up to the top. So that gives you a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different routes out of this area. Now, though, given the fact that you would have to manually investigate each one, you actually can, by the way. I would say this, if you want to take, say, a little bit of time, half an hour, using your spider's climb to get ahead of the group, scuttle around, scope each of them out. Does that seem fair?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say with that roll, you and Dog check a few of these places out. Some of them seem a little bit, probably not. Some of them seem promising, but after a bit you get no responses. Eventually, one of the routes on the western wall, you see a slight misting of sand. And Dog starts wagging his tail. So you believe you have found at least Chemise's route. Do you return to the rest of the group and tell them? Or do you press on?
Well, obviously, since I know the path, I'm going to go back and get everybody so we can continue.
Okay. Just as you head back towards the waterfall, Ang, just for the fun of it, would you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Come on, dice, don't hate me.
9.
9.
You kind of stop for a moment as you head back towards the waterfall. It's odd. And it's like a tickling at the back of your brain. It's like you turn around and you look down the passage, you don't see anybody. You don't hear anybody. But you get that odd sense, like when you're in a horror movie and you hear something sinister in the back of your mind. You feel like you're being watched.
Well, I will also inform the group of my feelings when I get back.
Okay. So, I would say yes. You are actually able to get back, no problem. Just to keep you in suspense for a moment, yeah. So, Anne gets back, communicates that you guys need to basically head up around, I'd say 150 feet up. with pittons and rope, with Ang and Dog basically laying in a foundation, I'll allow you to try and climb up there in a straight line, but with advantage. So, the DC for this climbing check, this vertical climb, is going to be a 12. So,
I'm going to use acrobatics since everyone else is.
okay. Skullface succeeds, no problem. Seedy, no problem. Tahu, no problem.
When using acrobatics, efficient in it.
Again, advantage, and the DC was 12, so Jurnis is okay. Again, just making it. Graz is okay.
I say.
And let me just get, just because she's... Come on. For whatever reason, I can't get Gil's sheet. Let's see. Acrobatics. Boop. 15's fine. And last but not least, let's just see how Dot does. This is where I kill Dot when D's not even able to do anything. Yeah, that's fine. So, takes you a bit of time. I would say another hour passes. It's getting close to about 4 in the morning. But you all make your way up to the passage that Ang showed you. And as you make your way down here, away from the never-ending waterfall that is Dankmire, I would say... Let's bring this up as we get to this particular location. So, I would like everybody, as you're heading through this passage, to give me a perception check, if you'd be so kind. Or those who are up ahead. 19. Okay. All right then, very good. Yeah. So I would say, Ang, as you are stepping forward, you suddenly feel a hand on your arm as Gil holds you back for a moment and points. Just up ahead, in the stone wall, you see this weird, almost like it's a sculpture of a weird and twisted looking mouth. As you stumble, I would say you make a little bit of a noise, like some shale slips or something like that, and the mouth opens up and starts to scream and scream and scream this loud, angry roar of fury echoing down the corridor, almost deafening you. What would you guys like to do?
Well, that's not something you see every day. I want to shoot it with my ray gun.
Yeah, Skullface is going to similarly aim straight down the mouth.
Okay. Fun fact, as you look at it, it's like it is sort of like the mouth of a statue where there is no throat. It doesn't like go down anywhere. It's just like it's the equivalent of a mouth, if that makes sense. It's just a facsimile. But yeah, roll me some attacks if you'd be so kind.
Can I roll the 3 attacks from laser pistol, or is it just the 1?
It is entirely up to you how much ammunition you wish to expend. Okay. The DC was for this inanimate object was 5, so all of these hit.
Inanimate, it's moving.
Well,
It's literally animating.
I mean, this is fair. That's actually a fair point.
19 from me.
But yeah, I would say, just for the sake of argument, this thing is pretty much pulverized, and the scream sort of ends in like a gurgle, and the gravel sort of rumbles and twitches a bit, and is then still.
Skullface very quickly reloads.
You think that was meant to alert something or someone?
More than likely.
Can they use bells like normal people?
Well, someone seems to have a flair for the dramatic.
Hmm.
Don't smirk at me like that, Gross.
I'm not saying nothing, Red. So, I assume you continue forward.
Yep.
Delightful.
That was a weird as fuck scenario.
Yeah.
This is you we're talking about.
Yes. So, as you make your way through the cavern, you start to hear music. Singing, actually. Sounds quite pleasant. Female voice, choral, operatic. And Skullface, this is a song you've heard before.
Oh no.
This is a song you've heard many times.
Motherfucker!
Jurnis gonna grab his shoulder. Easy, Scully. It might be something to try and lure you off onto your own.
What do you remember, Scully?
Relax. I'm not going there on my own. I'd rather you all come with me. One thing's for sure, whatever it is, we are fucking burying it.
Oh, what's gotten into you?
This piece of shit is impersonating my wife.
It's just does this song hold some significance to you?
This was one of her best songs. She always used to sing this.
And it's a song only she would know? Or you?
No, it was fairly well known, but this was the song she sang the night we met.
That does seem a bit too specific for it to just be chance.
Oh, onward. Let's go find.
Yes, let's get going. We can kill whatever it is and solve that problem.
I get the feeling as well it's what been responsible for those murders up top as well.
Well,
So added incentive for kicking its ass.
And let's go kick its ass already.
As you head through the passage and the very familiar song gets louder and louder, you open up into a massive cavern. The walls are... It's surreal. It's like almost a collapsed, ruined church. There's garbage and detritus, there's wood, there's stone, there's scaffolding, there's bits of rope all around you, but in the center of the room is a stage. It's the stage that your wife used to sing at the when she used to perform.
you singing this?
Yes, it is a perfectly pristine operatic stage in the middle of this ruin, and there are people in the seats. Every seat is filled, and they're applauding and clapping as this goblin woman is, just singing this beautiful melody.
Can Jurnis try and see if this is a magically induced illusion, seeing as she has similar abilities?
Give me a Arcana check. 22. This, you can't exactly see through it, as in it. The illusion doesn't become translucent, but you can tell this. There is something about the image you are seeing. The saturation's a little bit off. It's almost like someone's green screened something in and they've not color keyed it in correctly. You can tell that what you are seeing is not real. However, as you all start to come in, the music just stops, and Rena, your wife, and every single person in the audience turns as one and looks at you, Wex, and begins to laugh. Oh,
Scully.
the guests of honor have arrived. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Just got some fucking balls and reveal yourself already.
Oh, patience, patience, patience. We'll get there, But first, I would like to perform a little special thing that I am so proud of having a small part in. This is what I like to call the death of Rena Greenstride. Little Rena was a singer of some meager talent back in the day. Had ideas above her station, wanted to be a teacher at the college. And so she would head up to the surface and, they called her the Jewel of the Grimscar or something ridiculous like that. I don't know. But she would turn all sorts of men's heads with her songbird voice. One in particular was this fine fellow, and the other members of the audience disappear, leaving one behind, a dwarven gentleman wearing expensive looking clothing, large moustache and waxed beard. You recognize this guy very easily, Skullface. This was the individual, Brett, who ended up killing your wife. Dear Brett was such a handsome fellow, and he wanted to show his appreciation to his new muse. However, he was a married man and couldn't bring up the courage to take the plunge. However, the image changes and you see Rena approaching Brett. And over the period of a few minutes, this little scene plays out of Rena every now and then making eyes at him, calling him over, giving him flowers, a favor, something from her hair, wooing him. And over time you see him becoming more ragged, more nervous, until finally you see this scene before you of a desperate man, shirt torn, claiming that she has ruined his life because his wife has left him, his business is failing, and she won't give him the time of day. However, this time, in this final scene, Rena looks confused. And she says she doesn't even know who he is. She's never met him before. And the man snaps and attacks her. And things go as you expect. The illusion shifts slightly, and Rena stands again on the stage, this time covered in blood and smirking. Now, killing people is so easy. Being there, seeing family kill family, lovers kill lovers, that's all very well and good. But convincing people to kill each other, that takes skill. Driving that poor man to insanity, it was a treat. And the illusion shifts again, and you see a frantic, almost deranged, feral-looking Brett is dragged by the Greenstride family, led by your mother, thrown into a hole, and the cement is slowly poured above his screaming head. Now, what are we going to do about you, my dear? The illusion turns to the side and you see your daughter standing next to her. So, what do you think? Would mommy or daddy be a more fitting face to wear as I end your little girl's life? Your choice, of course.
During all this, Jurnis is desperately trying to find out where this voice is coming from.
The voice, to be fair, give me an investigation check as this is going on. And again, same with Frux as well. I'm afraid the voice is loud. It's echoing from all over the place. 22, however, from Seedy. As this is going on, there is...
reversed.
Yeah, that was really good.
Weird.
I love it. As this is going on, Seedy, you hear another sound almost buried in the mix. It's almost like a choking, strangled sound. And it seems to be coming from the center mass of the illusion.
Like, is there any figure where it's emanating from, or is it none of the characters in this illusion?
None of the characters. The stage that you are looking at, it's raised up. I would say about 15 to 20 feet high as you are making your way around. But yeah, the sound seems to almost be coming within the illusion itself. But what is Skullface doing during this entire dramatic scene?
He's just idly playing with the hammer on Letitia.
Oh, really? Is that it? I'm threatening on ripping your daughter's head off while wearing your skin, and that's all you can do? Oh, you're no fun. The eyes of the illusions... go on.
I've got 4 answers for you. Simple as.
I want to try and slip away, sneaking, and try to walk into the illusion. And
Give me
I can see beyond it.
Stealth check, if you'd be so kind. 18. Let me bring this character's sheet up. Okay, 18. I would say... Okay. As you're basically pushing through the back end of this illusion, it starts to shimmer a little bit and it becomes more of a translucent image. You start to see just at the edge, the natural floor drops away into a huge pit. So it's kind of fortunate that nobody charged ahead to attack the illusion. There's more of this weird old wooden scaffolding around you, and as you look up, you see a figure struggling, tied with a rope around their neck, blood dripping from their fingers as they try desperately to keep breathing. As you see this, the illusion shifts their eyes to Ang. Well, maybe we'll try playing with you instead. Thank you for letting me into your home, by the way. I did appreciate the change in scenery. Fresh meat. As the illusion of Rena fades and reforms into the dwarven figure of Gale Bass.
All right then.
All right then. So, I've got a question for you, dear monk. How fast are you? Because I'd say she's probably got about 10 seconds left. The entire illusion disappears as... Let me just bring up the map. As you see, the stage is engulfed in flame. And I would say, Seedy, you actually do feel it. You don't take damage, but you do feel a sense of heat and flame around you as the illusion adjusts into a raging inferno, and dangling above it, suspended by rope from a scaffolding, is a figure that I think only Ang and Skullface would recognize as the High Priestess of the temple. Ruby is dangling.
Oh shit, she went missing.
I would like to know what you guys are going to do in the next 10 seconds.
Skullface is going to try and shoot the rope.
And I'm gonna try and catch her.
Okay. Give me a ranged attack, I would say, with a disadvantage. A 14. Okay.
Can I use my grit point to use my thingy shot to give me advantage?
What is your thingy shot?
Deadeye shot.
Okay. I will also say I will allow you all to move yourselves into a location you are comfortable with before we progress. You are all, if you can't find yourselves, you are all over here.
Okay.
Where would Seedie be? Because she snuck up real close.
I will actually, I will say I'm going to relocate Seedy to, I would say you're going to be somewhere over here. Yeah, I would say you've made it to just here. Everything under here is just a pit. You can't see anything down there. And she is basically just dangling. There's some scaffolding above you, which doesn't appear on the map. And that is what she is hanging from. She looks like she is missing some fingers. One of her ears seems to have been ripped off. She is covered in blood. And she is basically, she's got like one hand between her neck and the rope, trying desperately to hold on. So, I will say, yes, you actually do succeed in taking the shot. Seedy, what are you going to do? You say you're going to try and catch her?
Yes.
Okay.
cannot do of acrobatics to strength is.
I would say acrobatics seems reasonable. Roll it. 13.
A nat 20 gets you 31? Fuck me.
Because...
yeah, because... Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Do I have... I have an inspiration.
You do have an inspiration.
How does this work? Do I just do it again?
You add 1d6.
1d6. Oh,
Yeah. So
just
roll
roll
your
it.
d6.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
17.
for a total of 17.
I
Yes.
do hate to be that person, though, that if that's the bardic inspiration I gave you, that would have faded after 10 minutes.
I think that was... No, I think that was like an inspiration thing. Like, I think that was actual inspiration, because I had a tick mark on the inspiration box.
Hi, Kubur butting in here. Yes, Seedy does have a point of inspiration. Using that, it's basically a re-roll, and you just take the higher result.
Oh, fair enough.
So I would say, because you have a 31 on the other roll, would you like to describe how you basically get from there to here with this individual?
Okay. She is going to, like, throw her hemp rope over the rafters above, swing over, and try to grab her.
Okay.
It's a doable thing. It's not too out of the realms of possibility.
No, I would say you're able to do that. You're able to grab onto her just as the rope is snapped. Again, it's an epic image, seeing Seedy just like go. Literally, she's going straight through fire that doesn't seem to be hurting her. With Ruby in her arms as you both land on the other side. You see Dot basically charging forwards to grab the two of you. She's just like holding on to Ruby, a look of absolute panic and horror on her face. Seems like they know each other. The rest of you, I would say, from this side of the room, you start to hear a chuckle. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, congratulations. It looks like you got someone to do your work for, Yang.
You.
Yeah. You know, I would say this. I'm getting really tired of having people come through my home like it's their own personal transit station. First that mad bitch, and then that irritating bird and his friends.
Well, you say that, but haven't you been harassing Skullface for a while now? You're one to talk.
Oh, I didn't invite him down here. That's just me playing with my food. It's what I do. Come and have a look and see what I mean.
See what this is.
How good is your dark vision?
I can see through both magical and non-magical darkness to 120 feet. That's why she stepped forward.
Oh, okay. I would say you would probably need to step forward a bit more, but I would say you can just about make out from where you are. The voice rather, seems to be coming somewhere from over here. There appears to be a large pile of something. You can't quite make it out there. You would all have to get closer to see.
I see. Oh, no. Dot, get Ruby back.
I'm so sorry, Frux. What were you saying?
I said, Dot, get Ruby back to safety.
Right, don't worry, I've got her right here. Dot is, for the moment she's staying put. She is sort of like moving back a little bit over here, and she's keeping Ruby close with her.
Seedie's moving back, moving backwards towards the group, with her back to the group, and her laser gun drawn.
Does Jurnis see anything?
Where you're standing through the fire, let's see. You're still just kind of like at the edge. It seems to be what look like bodies. Oh, you can see that far? Okay, bear with me a moment. I'm actually going to tweak the map a little so you can all see a little bit better.
120 feet, you.
120 feet. Yeah, it's not updated it on your token. That was the issue. So let me just adjust that for you, my friend. 1 second. Vision 120 feet. How's that?
Jurnis can see better than Specky.
Yes, she can. Yeah, I would say you can just see it is a pile of bodies. From that distance, it's going to be hard to make out any specific individuals that you would know, but the voice does seem to be coming from that direction.
Skullface is going to take out one of his cigars, put it to his mouth, and just go,
I have to go, guys.
Miss. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
not a
great.
problem, dude. Take care.
Bye.
You can look up to Jurnis and basically just say, if you don't mind me asking, Miss Springsinger, but do you have a light? And as he says that, he kind of taps Letitia with his foot.
Jurnis is going to use thaumaturgy and just basically set her hand on fire.
Can you really just do that with
Jeez.
prestidigitation?
Don't think prestidigitation can create flames. Thaumaturgy can, though.
Skullface takes a drag, and I think it'd be best if Jurnis made an insight check.
Sure, I can do that.
Oh dear. What would I have to roll to get my point across?
Probably just say it.
Yeah, he's basically indicating for you to use your pistol to take a shot so you can basically light up whatever it is so he can start firing.
Okay. So, with that perception, can Jurnis narrow in as to where that thing was at all?
You think from that distance, no, you're going to have to get closer.
Bear with me, Scully.
A moment of your time, Skullface. I could send out a volley of shots. That should give you enough light to see.
It's more that I need it on fire first.
I see what you mean. A consistent source of light. I understand.
Anything?
Light up, look.
I would say it's weird. As you're getting closer, you hear some kind of noise over the occasional idle humming and taunting laughter. I'd say somewhere around about this area.
Would you need me to roll an investigation to try and pinpoint it further, or is that all I'm gonna get?
I would say you can roll an investigation. 12. I would say around about this pile of bodies round here, there seems to be some movement.
Okay. With me 2 seconds. Okay, Jurnis is going to take a shot with her pistol and use her glowing ammunition.
Okay.
So
Sure thing. Take a shot.
And Skullface is going to hold his action until he can see something to shoot at.
Okay.
I do the same.
You may, since you can't tell what you're
Oh, God
firing,
damn
be
it!
disadvantage. That is going to be a 5. Okay, I would say, let me actually get the light source here. I would say you have some kind of glowing light coming from over here. Actually, let me relocate that to where the bodies actually are. Yeah, let's say around here.
You know, with all your blustering and showmanship, you're quite the coward hiding like this.
I'm not hiding anywhere, darling.
Then show yourself if you're not afraid.
You know, you're very, 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 very rude, young lady. I think that we need to get rid of that tongue of yours.
Maybe.
I need. Let's see. Ang, would you kindly. Let's see, actually, let's make it Skullface since you're so close to her. Skullface, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. However, it is going to be with disadvantage. With advantage, my mistake. Wisdom saving throw advantage, a 12. The DC was not that. You feel the words slip into your head and you feel that this voice is correct. Seedy is showing disrespect, and you need to remove her tongue. So I think this is going to start getting us into what I like to call initiative.
I'm going to say, would Skullface be able to do one thing?
What would you like to do?
He's going to basically jam the lit end of his cigar into his own arm.
I would say you can try.
Okay, he's going to do that.
Okay. You now have a hole in your arm, and we are going to roll initiative.
Okay.
So let's get this.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Yeah,
in the bathroom.
Yeah. I've got everybody already rolled up. Oh wow. So let's begin the combat there. First up, Seedy, as you are looking around, you hear the words and you hear Skullface sort of grunt in pain as he starts jamming a cigar into the side of his arm, twitching slightly. What do you want to do?
Oh, are you okay? Why did you do that?
He's basically trying to indicate that that's a warning to get away from him.
Give me an insight check, please, Seedy.
Would this count as an action, this insight?
It would not. I would say this is a free action. His eyes are unfocused, and you see rage in his eyes, and he's looking at you. He does not appear to be himself.
Seedy looks and understands what's going on. She nods and looks resolute towards this area.
Okay.
And just runs in there. See, with feline agility, half-orc. Okay. He's gonna try and get all the way over there.
Okay, very good. Skullface, would you please give me an opportunity attack? Because that lovely little kid is getting away, and I want that tongue.
Yeah, he's going to use his whip.
Does a 12 hit Seedy?
No, I'm good.
Okay, you have burned up your action, I'm afraid. Your reaction, I should say. So, is there anything else that Seedy wishes to do?
Does she remember the body where we saw that movement coming from?
Yeah, I would say you're pretty much almost on top of it.
Yeah, she's gonna plunge her rapier right on top of it, like right through it.
Roll me a attack with disadvantage. Okay. Roll me some damage, please, my dear.
And
I will make a note.
I don't like the way you said
Okay.
that.
Next up, Dog. What would you like to do?
Did I not hit him?
I said I'd make a note.
Oh. Okay.
Generally, where is this person? Because all I see are like streaks of black.
Basically, round about here. This is where everybody seems to be focusing their attention at the moment.
Okay.
So, like the northwestern corner of the map, where there is a pile of bodies. This area in the middle with the illusory fire, which is still there, by the way, is a pit.
Okay. Let me find it. Where is it? I want to use my teleport thingy.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason I can't find it. So basically I was going to teleport 30 feet
Yes.
forward and then use my movement to go another 30 feet and just basically try to get closer.
Yeah, you can do that.
Sorry, it's really hard for me to see.
Okay, give me a moment and I'll lighten the map up a little bit. Now that we've got the atmosphere taken care of, we can actually lower the darkness a bit.
Thank you.
There we go.
Let me select it. Let me select it.
Do you have the tool selected?
Let's do this. It's fine.
I'll actually say like those two are over there, so I'll allow you to, because we were moving stuff earlier. I'd say I'm gonna allow you to be next to Jurnis if you want, round about there.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry,
Okay.
I can't see the grid.
It's all good. So that is Dog's turn. Next up is going to be as Seedy stabs into this over here. And you are all focused over here. I'd say, Ang, you're the closest. As Dot is holding on to Ruby, you hear Dot scream out in pain as Ruby sinks her teeth into Dot's arm. This gigantic lamprey-like mouth of teeth upon teeth just bite into her. And you hear this giggling cackle in your heads. Gotcha! And let's see, bonus action. Gale is going to teleport herself. I'd say she's going to get over here. Zip. And she's just going to be giggling as... Let's just swap the tokens out a moment. The form of Ruby switches, and you see the familiar form of Gale. However, her skin seems paler, and her mouth is covered in Minotaur blood. That's going to be that much damage to Dot, because it was a surprise attack. And that is going to be her turn for the moment. Next up is going to be Dot's turn. She looks horrified, and then she basically realizes some shit is up, and she's going to charge up in the direction that Seedy just stabbed. So that is going to be, I would say, round about, I'd say she gets to about there.
Where did you put Gale's token, by the way? Sorry to interrupt.
Not a problem. Gale is down here.
Ah.
I don't actually see her token.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot she's invisible. There we go. She's right here, the little minx. At the end of her Dot's turn, she's just going to, I'd say, we're going to keep up the concentration spell on the dominate person, and I would say, yeah, I would say that Ang, Graz, and Dot. She is going to smile and say, you know, why don't you just leave and go down there? I'm not really in the mood for you lot. I just want these two boys. I'd like you to give me wisdom saving throws, please. Everybody except Ang and Skullface.
Whenever you pop out the windows, it seems to have an issue when you're rolling skill checks.
Ooh. Unfortunate, but good to know.
What are we rolling? I'm sorry.
You're rolling a wisdom saving throw. Okay, this is bad. Okay. Wow. Who knew mass suggestion was that powerful? To be fair, this is with disadvantage because you are in combat against her.
Don't go into the light.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I'd say the only person who thinks that this is bullshit is the good boy. Everybody else starts to think, hey, maybe we should just leave the guys to their fate. This isn't really our fight. This is a personal thing. We should go.
They can handle it. They'll catch up with us later.
Yeah. Graz.
Guys, I swear to God, if you leave, I will break every bone in your body. Damn with my alignment.
So, Graz, it was suggested that Graz leave. There is apparently, as you're looking at the big pit in the floor, you notice that there's various, rope ladders, and it looks like there was almost a shaft that was dug into the earth here, and you could technically work your way down that way. There's also the way back you came previously. There's one or two other areas that you could leave. What would Graz like to do?
Graz is supposed to go and look around for any sign of Chemise or Bird Boy.
That's a very good point. Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Yeah, no, can't see anything at the moment. Maybe he went down the hole. Maybe he went through one of the other side passages. Who knows?
Let's go look down the hole and wait until someone has a better idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Next up is going to be Jurnis. Same thing.
Pretty much, yeah. Just gonna join Graz and see if she can spot any sign of the Bird Boy, which way they went.
Investigation check, please. Yeah.
Now you get the good roll, Jurnis. Seriously.
Yeah. I would say this. Throughout this area, you've noticed little bits of sand. It looks like, from what you've experienced with Chemise and everything, that was the sort of thing that she would give off when she was casting a spell or attacking someone. So it seems like her and Gale had some sort of a fight. But the trail just seemed to lead it down there.
Looks like Chemise went down the pit. Shall we?
And at the end of your turn, I'd say this for Graz as well. Please make me another wisdom saving throw.
Sure, I could do that.
Yes.
Okay. Jurnis, you shake off the bullshit, and I'm assuming you're very, very angry.
Wait a minute. That bitch fucked with my mind!
18 meets the DC, and Graz is also free from the influence. Oh, that's it, you fucking bitch! Tahu, so Cream had to go, is that correct?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, I'll say for the sake of argument, he is going to be Sir not appearing in this fight for a moment, and he's just going to be making his way down until the combat is ended, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Next up is going to be Skullface. You have a burning desire to attack the Tabaxi, who went in this direction here, and bring the mistress her tongue.
Does he get a chance for another wisdom save?
At the end of his turn, yes.
He's going to reload.
Okay. Are there any other actions you can do?
No, that's it.
Really? No bonus actions or anything like that?
None that would be of any use.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. With advantage. There you go. It takes you a moment, but as you're about to line up a shot against Seedy, your vision clears and your blood begins to boil. That's your turn. Gil.
Aww.
It's time to leave.
Oh, okay.
And the party seems to be going down the hole.
Can I roll to shake it off?
At the end of your turn, yes.
Oh, damn.
You'll probably have to use your movement to get to the edge of the pit.
Yeah. I think that's what I'll do. Get out of my token. Where am I? Where's my token?
You're right. You are over here.
Oh. Okay. Sorry, I had to look away for a second. In which direction is everyone moving?
Everyone is moving into the hole.
Into the hole. Okay, I guess I'll use my movement to go towards the hole then.
Okay.
But
It's a hole.
I can't. I literally cannot see my token, so I can't move it.
Okay, I will do 5, 10, 15, 20. We'll say about, you get to about there. Now, I would like a wisdom saving throw from you, my dear. 13 is not enough. That is your turn. Ang, your mind is currently not affected. Your friends seem to be under her sway. The bitch is right there. What are you going to do?
Okay, right where?
Oh, she is right over here.
Okay.
Basically, she's kind of hiding behind a rock.
So... okay, so I get there. Oops. Okay. It'll be difficult. Fine, be difficult. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Fuck you.
Is that as far as you can get?
No, I have feline agility, so that's going to take me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What do you mean collides with it? Okay. What there, and then can I get the... Yes, okay.
Yeah.
35 feet there.
Okay.
So... crack knuckles along the way, and... 1.
Okay. As you do that, basically, as you slam your fist into her, the illusion evaporates, and stepping just to the side out of the shadows is what you would assume to be the real Gale. One down, darling. You want to try that again?
Oh, absolutely.
12 does not hit. $24. Let's see. I don't think shield is going to do anything there. The third attack will hit. Roll me some damage. 5 bludgeoning. Okay. I knew you were good with your fists, but darling, come on now. Is there anything else you want to do?
Oh, yes. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Make
That will miss. That will hit. That will hit. Oh, sorry, yeah, 25. She's going to take that. Anything else?
That is what I got.
Hit a woman, would ya? Alright then. Here's my turn. And she is going to use her legendary action to cast Polymorph. And you see her form shiver and change and grow. And before you, you see a very disturbing image. You see this giant, muscular, feral, ape-like form. But it's the form with a face you've seen before. You realize in horror it's the form of Ungadar, the dwarf that you dealt with some time ago. And you see this horrific, feral, ape-like version of him just stare down at you and just grin these huge fanged teeth and crack their knuckles. Next up is going to be Specky's turn. Specky wants none of this bullshit. Seedy, it is now your turn. Is it your turn? Why is there no... That's weird.
You have Ruby as 17, if that's her initiative.
Yeah, no, because we just had Ang. I skipped Specky, so we'll say it's Seedy's turn. What would you like to do?
Am I still charmed?
I think... Oh, yes, you want to leave. I mean, there was that thing that you stabbed a moment ago, but, you know, it's up to you. It's probably not your problem.
Oh, it's up to me, is it?
Yeah, I mean, you're not interested in fighting Gale. You probably do want to leave. But you could check if you wanted. Your call.
Oh, I can fight it, then.
I would say at the end... Well, yeah, that's a fair question. Yeah, I would say no. For the sake of argument, you probably do want to leave. Yeah, let's keep it consistent.
Because of the way you were saying that made it seem like
Yeah.
I kind of, like, had a choice.
Yeah.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she's going to investigate the hole too.
Okay. Yeah, you can see there does seem to be a path down there. Again, the warmth of the illusory fire makes it a little bit difficult, but you can see through it fairly easily. There does seem to be what almost look like steps leading down after a certain drop. At the end of your turn, may I please have a wisdom saving throw with advantage?
Please.
Yeah. 19. You are free of the influence of this creature.
Son of a... You'll pay for this.
I would say this as you look over. This giant dwarf-headed ape creature just laughs. Dog. What would Dog like to do?
Is Dog still charmed?
Technically, I don't think she even bothered to charm Dog because Dog is a dog.
No, actually, Dog had a wisdom save of 21.
Oh yeah, no, Dog is fine.
Nat 20.
Yeah, Dog's fine. Fuck
Dog was
you.
the only one not affected.
Mm.
I can't roll an investigation check, but I can save a wisdom throw.
Mm-mm. You're not
Don't
smart,
try
but
to
you're
pull a
wise.
heckin' bamboozle on me.
I guess I'll just. Yeah, I guess I'll just use my movement
Okay.
for dash.
Yeah, you can do that. So 30 to about there, and then another 30 to say. So call it 30, and then from there, yeah, let's say you could get to about here.
Just
Around
select
that
it.
point.
How do I deselect something on the menu over here?
What do you do is you go over to the top left, token controls, and then it's select tokens.
Oh, I'm a dumb.
It's all good.
You said about here?
Roundabout there. Okay. It is now Gale's turn, and the giant ape form is just going to crack its knuckles, smile down at Ang, and it is going to make 2 fist attacks, returning the favor from a week ago. I'm sorry. The first is going to be a 28 to hit.
Okay, let me. That actually hits regular, so let me. Oh, quick.
Mm-hmm.
Which dash? Okay. Right. And that's what the missiles. Damn it, I can't translate the fist, I don't know the language.
You can't translate to fist.
Bonjour.
Gibberish.
Thank you, Joket. Yeah, roll damage.
Okay, that is going to be... What, did both hit? So bear with me a moment.
The 28 hit. What about the
Yeah.
second one?
Do you have any resistance to bludgeoning damage?
I don't think so.
Very well. Then the first fist slams, basically slams you against the rock, and that's going to be 30. The second one is an 11. I'm assuming 11 misses.
Yeah, 11 misses.
Okay, it's just swing, and the face of this dwarven bastard just getting close, terrible breath, mad feral beard, evil grin, exactly as you remember him, except he's a giant fucking ape. This is weird. Next up is going to be Dot's turn. And she is going to continue charging over here, and panically is going to start looking through the bodies that Seedy was stabbing. Oh my god! And I think that's going to be her turn.
Oh,
Raz.
fuck, there's someone there that she was using as an illusion. Alright, okay. Despite
Don't
my
worry, I trust all you
great-
guys to figure all this out.
great curiosity of what Dot has found, we have to deal with the threat. So Graz is going to Hunter's Mark that bitch.
Okay. Is she within range?
Let me double check. Hunter's Mark. Why does it not show the range on this?
It says it usually has it at the bottom. It's, the little grey
there it is,
boxes
90
at the very
feet.
bottom. 90 feet. Gale is currently 70 feet, so you're fine, yes.
Okay, and then
No, Maggie.
Graz is going to shoot it twice. So,
Okay.
poke.
Bear with me a moment. Okay. Let me just make sure the Hunter's Mark is done. First things first. 24 is absolutely going to hit.
1d6, not 1d4. There.
And it's going to do that amount of damage. The 12 is actually going to hit as well, and it's going to do that amount of damage. And then I am seeing the D4.
Ignore that. I rolled wrong. The Hunter's Mark was 6. A d6.
So I will say it's an extra 5 from the Hunter's Mark. Okay, so you do that much damage to the giant dwarven form. Okay. Anything else Graz wants to do?
She's gonna chill back here away from that thing.
What in the fuck is this thing? Jurnis, what in the fuck is this thing?
That is a very good question. Alright. How about we make this thing go away?
Yes, I would very much like some assistance over here.
Jurnis is gonna try a new spell.
If it's banish, I'll scream. Ooh!
Oh my god.
30-foot range, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, damn it, Arden.
Yeah, I will allow you to try and move closer, because again, you can move around the side of this pit.
You can fly.
I can't fly.
Yeah,
you can fly. Oh yes, you can.
So Jurnis is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What's her flight distance? Was it 30
I would
or
say
40?
your flight. I would say it's about 30. So you need to be about 30-foot range.
I can't move into the pit because there's a wall there apparently.
Oh, that's just an invisible thing. That was just to stop people actually falling in. Sorry. So you want to be here?
Yeah, unfortunately I'm not within range! My not 20! No! I thought the range on this was a lot further.
Rule of cool, fuck it.
Hooray! Thank you.
This is the DM being nice to you. That's not going to happen all the time.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yes.
I'm glad I didn't
So
kill
she
her
was
just
there.
Yeah, she was just on the edge. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what you're talking about, Devillo and Jurnis. It's clear that Malfina did something right now.
So, exactly, yeah. 27, that's 7 plus 8 crit damage. That's some beastly damage right there.
So shit.
Yeah, so Ang, you basically duck as just above your head this blue electricity, basically this Palpatine shit, lands into like the dwarf Rilla just above your head, and it flinches a little. Looks a bit hurt, but you seem more hurt. Is there anything else that Jurnis wants to do?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Next up, we're going to have Skullface's turn. What would Skullface like to do?
He's going to start walking. As he passes Graz, he just goes, "Swift as darkness, cold as ash." If you walk 30 feet to there, which puts him within 60 feet of the creature.
Yeah. I'd say it's just out of range, unfortunately. I will allow you to step just on the edge here.
Yeah,
just one to the side. You can just about manage that.
And he's going to fire Letitia twice.
Uh-huh.
Action surge and fire 2 more times.
Okay. All 4 of those hit.
One's a crit.
Yeah. Roll me some big numbers, big boy. Okay, that is going to be that. Then that is going to be that. Then that is going to be that. Then that is going to be that.
And that's his turn.
Yeah, Ang, you start to see weird bits of black ichor starting to drop off
He's
this
using
creature.
radiant ammunition as well, so...
Oh,
You
okay,
see-
so this is radiant damage. Okay, as the black ichor is like, this black blood is coming from this creature. The skin is starting to... It's like the form of the dwarf is starting to fade a little bit, and it's becoming this more pale white flesh, and you see like the black blood, but there's this weird glow from the ammunition inside. It's like it's glowing from within. It's surreal as fuck. That's your turn. Next up, Gil. What would you like to do? I think Gil failed her wisdom save, so I think Gil's just going to try and leave. The rest of the group don't seem to want to go for some reason. Are you going to try and convince them to follow you?
No.
Yeah, just leave.
Sure. So does that mean I have to go towards the entrance then?
At the moment, yes, you are still under the suggestion that you should leave. There's the... Well, not so much the way you came in. You could also go down and investigate this... there's a series of stairs that are leading down into this pit here that you could make it down.
So go to the scary pit? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Okay. So we'll say, for argument's sake, that you are basically somewhere down there at this point. So let's just change
I'm in the
that.
pit?
Yeah, it's, again, there are stairs down the side, so it's basically they wrap around the side, so I'd say about 15 feet down there at the moment. And as that happens, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Gil.
I just realised I've just made a reference that no one's probably going to get.
I mean, let's be fair, dude. What else is new? But yeah, Gil, as you basically start heading down, you see this pit opens up into a corridor and a series of stone-carved steps that lead further down. When you sort of blink and realize, oh fuck, what am I doing? And you are yourself. Ang, you are face to face with this abomination. What would you like to do?
First, I'm going to use Step of the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I didn't put the name, but Step of the Wind yeah. Okay, now clarify. I can use that as a bonus action, and I still have my action, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so... Kind of move back a little. Away from the smashy fists. And then... As much as I hate to do it, I think it's going to be necessary. Silver Dot, go.
Silver Dot, I choose you. 25 hits. Give me that damage.
Oh, that's just... Yeah, I just posted
Beautiful.
what I was referencing in the chat, and yeah, nobody bloody watched this anime, so...
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think I can make a second attack with my Silver Dart. So... Yeah.
Okay. So that is your turn. You've done some damage to the entity. Specky, he isn't going to do shit. Seedy, it is now your turn. For some reason, yeah, it's kind of looping. That's weird. Let me just try that again. Seedy, what would you like to do?
Edie is going to pop. What was the name of that? doubt of getting the basic things. Features. Cunning action. She's going to use a cunning action to sprint.
Okay.
Dash, rather.
Yes, yes.
Okay. She's going to get. She's going to move about there.
Okay.
Oop. And I assume this guy is going to be too distracted to see me coming up here?
To be honest, you did kind of run across the field in full view. Its attention does seem to be on Ang, so you need to make a stealth check for me, please.
Will do, will do. I'm feeling good about this.
17. The passive perception of the ape is a 14, so you are fine.
Alright.
You are currently hidden from its view.
And she's going to whip out a laser pistol and pew. Also.
Yes, okay. 24 absolutely hits, so roll me some damage.
Also, she's going to fire her 2 other shots.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All of those hit. So, first of all, let me do the flat 8 damage. And now give me the damage for the pistol. 16 radiant damage. Ouch! 11 radiant damage. And last but not least, 16. This weird dwarven gorilla thing is looking pretty hurt. Oh shit. Anything else you want to do?
She's just going to holster her gun and flip it off.
I would say this just for flavor. It is now looking at you in annoyance. Dog.
I would like to. That's I'm just gonna do spike growth.
Okay.
20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that will hit. The ground in a 20-foot radius centered on a point within range 20 feet. Okay, yes. So leave that up there. Okay. Let's see. Difficult terrain. 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. That's very, very good. Is there anything else you want to do?
I want to move a bit closer.
Okay. Just a little closer, baby.
Move right up hide behind this rock right here.
Sure thing. Next up is going to be this creature's turn, and it is going to glare at the ray gun. And it's going to charge towards you. And it is going to take... How much damage does it take, by the way? That was...
4 piercing damage for every 5 feet.
Okay, so that was technically 5, 10, 15... Ooh, that's going to be a bunch. Yes, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4... Let's call that 64, shall we? Okay. As this creature is charging towards you, its fist raised, the form shifts and changes, and this pale-skinned creature appears before you. She's going to take... Whoops. She's going to take the extra point of damage there. That was just rude. And she is going to, I would say, yeah. She's going to get right in your face, Seedy, and she is going to cast Reduce on you. I would like you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Reduce.
Reduce.
Okay.
Aha! Yeah, you actually succeed in beating that, no problem. Fuck!
What was
Jeez.
that supposed to do? Literally reduce my size.
That's right,
Yeah.
Gray, baby.
Yeah, basically, your size is halved, your weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal, and so you have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Oh, that wouldn't have really been that much of a inconvenience to a Dex character.
Yes, but she doesn't know you very well. Next up, Dot is going to be scrabbling through the bodies until you all are a little bit busy at the moment, so you probably can't see what she's doing over there. Graz, what would
There was
Graz like
probably
to
a
do?
lot of mooing.
There definitely was. Oh, Jurnis?
Oh, sorry. I was distracted. Okay. So, Graz doesn't quite have a clear line, so she's going to not use the measuring tool. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, there's a wall. There. Now she can see there's a bitch. Still has her hunter mark on, so... Pew, motherfucking pew. Oh god damn it,
First
Graz.
one, unfortunately, is in that one. The second one, Gale doesn't even look. She just sort of steps to the side and the arrow slings off.
God damn it.
Jurnis, it is your turn.
Alright. Okay, so my witch bolt was broken because she stepped out of the range of the spell. Bitch. Let's see.
Sorry.
Just gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. So she can get it in line of sight. And then she is going to... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just blast the bitch.
And hey, Frux, don't be sorry. I mean, these guys messed up 3 of my plans at the end of Waterdeep for a single enemy.
None of those hit.
Damn it.
She barely even moves. She just sort of like turns to look at you as like just the bolts impact around her. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have that pretty red throat of yours, darling." And who's that handsome fellow, by the way? Jurnis, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, why would you do that?
That's unfortunate. Because let's just make it a little bit... I don't have a token for him, but appearing next to you is a very familiar young elven man with a lute over his shoulder and a handsome smile and a knife in his hand. And you are going to take that much psychic damage as he plunges it into your heart.
Ah.
Is
For
none
figurative
of us
and not
saw
literal.
this.
None of you can see it, only Jurnis.
Okay.
So, yeah. Phantasmal Killer, it's a beautiful spell. I love it. So, Tahu. Skullface, it is your turn.
He's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in hope that he can get a look at. And I'm going to move to there first and move to where I want to get to. Nope, visible wall's still in the way.
So, yeah, if you just if you just point
Yeah,
where
I'm just
you
gonna-
want it to move to,
Sorry, I got
you
there.
know what? That's on me. Tell you what, let me just move the invisible wall because it doesn't actually serve any purpose anymore.
And he
So-
still can't see where Gale is.
Bear with me just 1 second, my dude. Okay. Invisible walls have been deleted. So,
Right, so whereabouts is Gale?
Gale is right over it. She's hiding, kind of from your position. She's behind a rock. She's currently engaged in melee with Seedy, and Jurnis has been trying to shoot at her. So she is right over here.
There really isn't anything he can do.
Do you want to hold a attack?
Yeah, as soon as he gets sight. Actually, no, he's going to. Oh, we can't see a phantasmal killer, can he?
No, it's invisible. It is in Jurnis's head, literally.
Right. He's going to wait until he gets a chance to see Gale, and then he's going to fire again. Oh, he's going to reload as well. Sorry, that's his action.
That's okay. Gil, you are 15 feet down the hole, and you are getting pissed off with this. What would you like to do?
Can I... I'm 15 feet down.
Yeah.
So can I go back up to 15 feet and shoot my longbow?
I would say it's going to take 20 feet of your 30-foot movement to get to this point. So you've got 10 feet of movement wherever you want to go.
Okay, can I shoot from there?
You can.
Because it is... The range is 150 feet?
Yes, and she is in that position. She is not protected by the rock, so roll it.
Kaylee.
There you go, Seth. That's where you can stand next turn.
18. She does not like that, so she's going to burn her reaction to cast Shield.
No.
Yeah, so...
Oh, wait, but I get one more, right?
You do. Yeah, neither of those hit. Basically, she almost flinch. Seedy sees a flinch a little, but put a hand up as both arrows sort of clatter off the shield. At the end of your turn.
You just hear Gale go.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, she's going to use a legendary action to say to Seedy, normally I'd put some time and effort into a joke, but you're a big enough joke for both of us. And she's going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Would you give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Seedy?
So what roll?
Wisdom saving throw. My favourite roll. I am very sorry to say. So, you start giggling and giggling and giggling. You are currently prone in a fit of laughter. It's just the way I like them. Rolling around on the floor, clutching their chest. Ang, it is your turn.
Right. $30.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still get advantage if they're prone?
I'm afraid you
no?
do not.
Okay. Well, whenever Seedy is able to break that, then she will have advantage. So, now that fists are no longer a thing, 1.
Okay, yeah. The first attack, it almost impacts into the back of her head, but the whole form like shifts into smoke, and you see her jump back up as she burns another one of her illusory selves. Oh, actually, no, she doesn't. She burned her reaction. Yeah, they both hit. Shit. Okay, no.
Oh, fuck you, dice. And 3rd.
Okay.
Was that hit?
Let's see, 14, 15, 16, 17. She still has the shield up until the end of a turn, so the first one did hit, the other 2 did not.
Okay. So, flurry of blows, go.
I'm afraid those are all misses. again, it's just like impacting on the shield around her, and she just, after the first hit, she kind of reels a little and she just grins at you. Well, if you want to play that game, at the end of your turn, she will burn her other legendary action, and she is going to... Let's see. You're not afraid of spiders, are you? Oh, wait. I know what you're afraid of, don't I? And before you, her form just shifts and changes, and this arachnid, basically, she becomes this gigantic spider Tor type creature.
Okay.
Not a fan of spiders, fair enough.
No,
Seedy.
that's just Ang's reaction. Another thing I could punch.
Is Ang actually afraid of spiders, or is he just like, fuck this bitch?
Yeah, just fuck this bitch.
Fair enough. Seedy, it is your turn. You are prone and you are laughing your ass off. I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw to stop laughing at how much of a joke you are. That was what Gail said to the character, by the way.
Okay.
17. Well, I have ruled that you have advantage because you're in combat, but that was more the charmed effect. So 17, unfortunately, that is 1 below the DC. So for the moment, you are still charmed by her, or, you know.
That is really unfair, DC.
It is. She is, yeah. This is a spellcaster, and I had to kind of make it balanced against all you guys. Sorry. Dog. What would Dog like to do?
Dog might have to scoot off soon because the real dog is getting restless.
Yes.
I have to cook for dinner, so...
I will say this combat may take a while, so if we want to finish this round and then maybe save it for next week.
Oh, crap, I completely forgot what time it was.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
So
that just tells you how much I've been enjoying myself.
Glad to hear it, guys. So, Dog, what would you like to do?
Okay,
The unpleasant dwarf girl has now turned into an unpleasant dwarf spider.
I'm gonna be a brave boy, and I'm gonna run up next to Jurnis, and I'm gonna try and bite the spider.
There's no. To clarify, there's nothing there. You can't see anything. The spider is here.
Oh, it's still in the dark for me. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it is literally round here. It's literally round the corner of the rock.
It's obscured by the boulder.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Then I guess I'll go this way. And yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll run. I'm gonna try and bite it, I guess.
Yeah, it works well with the other spiders. That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
So give me some damage. Oh. Oh. Sorry, Dog.
It's okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Fart in anger, I guess.
Sure. I will. Okay. I will actually say that. Yeah, you can actually too, and that's going to give her. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw. What was the DC?
It doesn't say.
Unfortunately, a 23. I think a 23 will probably meet your DC. So, next up is going to be Gale's turn, and the Drider form is going to rear back. Let's see, what can it do? I would say it's going to take 2 swings at Ang, with its serrated legs. Does a 15 hit?
Just barely.
Oh dear. Okay, so basically the first attack is going to be 10 points of slashing damage. The second attack is going to be, I don't want the crit, we're not using the crit, 8 slashing damage. And her third attack, she leans forward and she basically tries to literally bite your head off. Fortunately, she rolls a nat 1.
Oh my god.
Because you are looking pretty hurt.
Now, hang on. Is this all one attack under the 15?
Yes. There were 2 15s and a 7.
Okay.
When she's in this form, she has 3 attacks. She is, for clarification, she is a bard / wizard multiclass, and she is using polymorph.
Yeah, I was making sure because I was like, I know some things get multi-attack, but you have to roll for each attack.
Yeah, basically it was 2 15s. One of them, if I had advantage, it would have been a nat 20 to a total of 26. So,
yeah,
kind of fortunate that wasn't the thing. Dot is going to be performing her medicine check.
Yes,
sir.
Oh, this round. Never mind. I thought Dog was at the bottom.
No. Dot is at the. She's basically over there at the top of the map, dealing with a problem which we will get to in the next session.
I know. I said Dog, and I thought
I'm
at the bottom of the initiative.
Yeah. So it's going to be Graz's turn now, followed by Jurnis. What would you like to do, guys?
Okay. Graz is going to again attempt to shoot that bitch. Actually, hang on. Let me see.
She is still marked, by the way. I keep needing to manually add these tokens.
Yeah, actually, Graz is going to see that Jurnis is getting something's going on and is getting hurt, so she's going to scurry over here. And that's Jurnis' spell list.
Also, we can run across the pit.
You cannot run across it.
All right.
And she's going to poke.
4 points. Yeah, heal yourself for 4 points. That was worth it. Yeah.
That's fucking off.
I'm doing my best. Is there anything else she can do?
No, that's pretty much it. She used her action to cast Cure Wounds.
Jurnis, I need I would say at the start of your turn. Hang on, let's actually double check Phantasmal Killer because I want to make sure that I'm getting the rules right there.
Okay.
So many spells. You tap into the nightmares of a creature you can see within range. Oh, you are also frightened, and you need to get the hell away from this thing. At the end of each of your turns before the spell ends, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so, yeah, you are frightened of this illusion of Florian. And you need to get the hell away from it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hang on. I need to zoom in. I can't see the grid.
No, it's okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Alright,
Okay. And make me a wisdom saving throw, please. 15, unfortunately, is not going to be enough. So let me give you that psychic damage again. Come on. Do I have to roll it every time? So 4d10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jurnis, would you please take 22 psychic damage?
Jesus Chrysler!
Thank you.
It's a good thing Grass did give her those 4 fucking hit points.
It is, isn't it?
Attack
So
by
Tahu is doing that. Skullface, it is your turn.
Okay, he's going to move 1. He's going to move to there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still not got a line of sight with her.
Really? She's... How not? How does he not? She's right there. There's nothing in between you two.
Where is she?
She's right here.
Oh, right. Yeah, he is going to level Letitia.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to whisper to himself. 1 second. Going to whisper to himself. Forged in fury, tempered in ice. And he's going to fire.
They both hit. Give me some damage. So 10 piercing.
And he's going to use Fury of the Small as well.
And that's going to be an extra 6 damage on top of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. You pummel into the side of this twisted creature. Gil, sorry, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try and make another shot.
Mm-hmm. 24 will hit. 6 points of piercing to the spidery abomination. And another attack. 25, that hits. 7 points of piercing, yeah. So you're peppering some shots into this thing. It still looks barely injured. And most of its focus is looking on biting the head off of your Tabaxi friend. Speaking of, it is now your turn, Ang. Last turn of the session. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, first I need to reopen my damn sheet because I accidentally closed it. Second, let's see. Going to... Okay, before I do it, can I disengage and then use one of my potions?
Yes, I will. Well, because disengage is a bonus action.
No, it's not. What is an action?
Is it an action? Okay, yeah. Potions are bonus actions, so sure, yeah, I'd allow you to do that.
Okay, so Ang's going to disengage and 5, 10, 15, 20. Back out of its...
I'll assume you don't want you're doing it so you won't
it's an action.
Otherwise, you're going to be going through dogs, tangled vines, and you would actually be taking damage.
Yeah. I'll go there, there, and, that way.
Yeah, that's
and
fine.
Then drink one of my potions.
Okay. How much healing do you get? Okay.
The absolute max, apparently.
Nice. Very nicely done.
Actually, 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, no, that's right.
No. I got a 4, that's why it's green. So I am at that. A little better off. Then the absolute maximum would have been 10.
Anything else you wish to do?
Well, I use my action and my bonus action, so
Okay.
that's what I got for now.
Well, in that case, we are going to move over to the top of the 4th round. And we are going to call the session there with poor Seedy rolling on the floor, laughing her ass off. Thank you, one and all, for joining us on a combat encounter that I've planned for nearly 2 years. pretty much since the moment I introduced Gale way back when. So, have we all had fun so far?
Yep.
Yeah, I've enjoyed this session.
Oh, I'm glad. Questions, comments, or theories?
I have a question.
Yes?
How long does hideous laughter last for?
Hideous
I
laughter.
believe you have to make a saving throw at the end of your next turn.
Yes.
So
I
it
love
goes
it
on
when
indefinitely,
Cooper spectates
indefinitely
and
until I
turns
can
into
get.
the roll checker.
So wait, it goes on indefinitely until I can make a saving throw
Yes.
Correct.
of
Yes.
18.
Yes.
Also, canonically, Jurnis can make small flames appear whenever she's pissed off or using her hellish rebuke. So we've kind of homebrewed
Okay.
it that she can make tiny flames with thaumaturgy, but they don't do
Okay.
any damage.
Okay, that's fine. I know now. I did say like, hey, that's how Dennis is running it. I'm gonna make a stink.
Yeah.
But officially,
Technically as well, Jurnis counts as a fiend.
Yeah.
So,
To be fair, she was only using it to light a cigar, so...
Yeah. It doesn't really cast very much light. It doesn't do any real damage. It could be used to light a match, maybe, and that's about it. It's.
oh, so it's even crappier than prestidigitation. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just a inane ability.
Fair enough.
I'm almost sad that I actually am sad that we said that. Oh yeah, no, Vorp is going to pass his way out. He could have been really useful.
Yeah, he could have been, but he has bigger and better things to deal with now, doesn't he?
Or he could have been used against us.
I mean, yes. So, unless anyone has any other questions or anything else they wish to say, thank you for joining us for this slightly longer than normal session. I'm glad that you all enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to putting the TPK in motion, continuing next week. So, with that said, we'll go down the list as normal. That will be a very good night from Azure.
Good night.
A very good night from Heidi.
Yeah.
A very good night from Frux.
Not funny.
A very good night from Icy.
Good night, everybody.
A very good night from Jurnis.
I'm going to die.
I think Ang's going to die first, honey, at this rate. Well, actually, no, you are way worse. I forgot. Yeah, you are way worse. I just saw your hit points. A very good night from very lucky to be avoiding this fight, Kubur.
You're talking to me. I'm just getting comfy on my throne.
Yeah. And a very good night from Sephi with a script.
Oh yeah, this thing's gonna die.
It ain't going alone. So, good night, everyone. See you again. Sweet dreams.
Night night.
Bye.